Ole the Goalie Tech Reviews here. In my hands are the Soundpeats Opera 5. I'm about to check these out and I'd love for you to stick around and watch. Hang tough. So I received an email the other day from Soundpeats reaching out to me asking if I would like to review their headphones. And of course I said I'd love to have that opportunity. So I want to start this video off by thanking Soundpeats for giving me that opportunity, but also to let you all know that they did provide me the headphones. So they are sponsoring the video. Although the video that I'm making, they do not get to see first. They have no control over what I'm about to say about the headphones, etc. So just know that everything you hear today is based on my honest opinion and how I feel about these headphones. So I'm a pretty big fan of wireless bud headphones. I've owned a ton of pairs. I've had Sony, I've had the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, Galaxy Buds Pro 2, the Samsung Beans, you know, all kinds of different headphones. The closest that I've really ever found to ideal would be the Galaxy Buds Pro 2, and I actually just tried the Sony S-Link, or Link Buds S, I guess, and sent them back. I loved the sound quality of the headphones, but I was not overly impressed with the bass and the volume. I like a good loud headphone, and that partly could be because, you know, at 55 years old, my hearing isn't what it used to be, probably because I've listened to a lot of loud headphones. So nonetheless, they were sent back. So I really was excited about this opportunity to give this a try. So I thought today we would start with a little quick unboxing. Everybody's seen unboxing headphones. It's, you know, nothing new, but just to give you an idea of what's in the packaging. And then I'm actually going to go in and take a listen and see how they work. So let's start by opening them. So, and I have not actually seen these before, nor have I ever actually tried a pair of Soundpeats headphones before. So this is going to be a very new experience for me as well. So let's get this box open. You know, not that it matters, but the box is a really nice presentation. It looks good. It's got all the information. So actually, let's touch on that before we open the headphones. So the Bluetooth version is 5.3. The frequency response of these headphones are 20 hertz to 40,000 kilohertz. Maximum working distance is 10 meters. Playtime is about 9 hours, up to 33 hours with the charging case. And the battery capacity is 40 milliamp hours, and it's 300 milliamp hours for the charging case. Now, I did do a little bit of further investigating. Does have active noise cancellation transparency mode. The driver sensitivity is 30 decibels at 1 kilohertz. It's a 12 millimeter dynamic driver with balanced armature drivers and customizable EQ. It does have an IPX4 rating, so it's good for, you know, working out, light rain, that sort of thing. Nothing really more than that, but I wouldn't be overly concerned if, you know, I was out for a walk, threw a hat on, you'd be fine, right? As I said, 5.3 wireless connectivity. The earbuds are 14.6 grams. The case and earbuds is 58.6 grams. It does have touch control, which includes pause, play, skip track, volume, and more. So lots of features in the sense of being able to use the headphones while they're in your ears as well. Up to 33 hours with ANC off, 28 hours with ANC on. And it does have, as far as codecs, SBC, so up to 27 hours there, and LDAC up to 21 hours. And a Type USB-C charging. Doesn't have wireless charging, but it does have the USB-C. And the charge time is 1.5 hours plugged in through USB. All right, so let's get back at it here. Be careful in opening these. So of course the first thing that I see here are some different sized ear tips, which is great. That's pretty standard with most headphones nowadays. And of course, I'm going to likely have to put on those bigger ones. USB-C cable, which is great. There is a little bit of, it looks like some packaging in here, and I'm assuming this is just paperwork. As one of my favorite YouTube reviewers says, pluck them and file them, right? And then we have the actual headphones themselves. So let's get these out of the packaging here. You know, somewhat, they definitely feel solid. They're not you know, super light, but they're not really heavy either. So, but a nice little package. You know, I have read that some have said that the case is, you know, quite big and bulky. But to be quite honest with you, you know, it is bulky, but you know, it isn't crazy bulky, and it certainly doesn't feel out of place or anything like that. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. As a matter of fact, in comparing the case to my Galaxy Buds Pro 2, you know, it's not, I mean, obviously the Galaxy Bud Pro 2 is a little bit smaller, but it's not a lot less thicker, or thinner in this case. So not a whole lot of difference. And as far as weight goes, I gotta say, they feel about the same, so not too bad. So now let's open these up for the first time and check out how they look. So I have to say, they are actually pretty cool looking, to be honest. I actually really like the gold. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that. I'm not really you know, a shiny, sparkly gold type person. I'm more of a black, matte black finish kind of guy. But these actually don't look bad at all. I'm just going to pull the sticker off here so that we can actually have these connect when I'm ready to do that. So let's get that off as well. Yeah, really quite nice, and they're not heavy. They're definitely a tiny bit big, but they're definitely not heavy. They don't feel, you know, extraordinarily weighty in any sense. Pretty nice, as a matter of fact. I have to say, I'm kind of impressed with the sense of how these felt. I must say, I did cheat a little bit. I watched a few videos just to get a feel for how these were going to look and feel. Yeah, I think they actually feel okay. You know, they're not, like I said, not overly weighty. They seem like a fairly decent size. I'm going to actually throw them into my ears and just kind of see how they feel. I've got, I think, probably the medium tips on, so let's see here. Yeah, they feel good. You know, they're pretty, they're not going to fall out of my ear, that's for sure. I'll probably pass out before I actually have my headphones fall out. So they're somewhat comfortable. I hope you can see that. So they probably stick out a little bit, but nothing out of the ordinary, and certainly nothing that I would not be comfortable wearing, you know, outside in the public, that sort of thing. So as far as fit goes and comfort, they feel okay. Again, I literally have just opened them for the first time with you guys, so you know, I can't speak to how they feel over the long haul, but I have to say they are certainly every bit as comfortable as my the Galaxy Buds Pro 2. They don't feel obtrusive or that they're pushing on any part of my ear or the canal or anything like that. So as far as fit goes, I literally would say probably, I'll say a 7.5 or 8 out of 10 right now. May comment on maybe an update video in the future as far as just, how comfortable they are. But like I said, they definitely feel like they're in there. Certainly, like, I don't have a concern that they're going to fall out or anything like that. So quite impressed with the actual, the fit of the headphone itself. Again, going back to the quality, I have to say pretty nice and pretty happy with it. As I said, it's a pretty good fit. I really am quite happy with that. So let's go now to the connection. I'm going to go to the app, which I have ready to go on my phone here. All right, so let's open up the app. So what we have here, and I hope you can see this, is we have the Soundpeats Classic, the custom equalizer, which you can adjust, by the way, and you have a 10-band equalizer, which is a pretty generous amount of equalization settings to be able to do through it. And then you also have your presets, which essentially give you 10 different settings: classics, pop, folk, treble enhance, rock and roll, electronic, bass boost, etc. I'm going to go to bass boost because I am a bit of a bass head. And then you have your 3 settings for the transparency and noise cancellation. So you have the transparent mode. You hear a little voice say pass through. And listening, I can definitely hear the AC a little clearer through the headphones. Normal mode sounds somewhat normal. Of course, there is a bit of noise cancellation just based on the fact that my ears are plugged. And then if we go to the ANC mode, there's a pretty big difference in the cutoff of the sound of my heat pump. So it's definitely making a difference, without question. You can also disable the touch key, you know, just in case you're accidentally doing any sort of false touching, although I don't know, I guess maybe if you have, you know, a toque on or something, or a hat perhaps, but no real issues there for me. So a pretty straightforward, simplified app, but it gives you the features that you need. And then of course you can do your touch controls through the headphone themselves. And let's go in, actually what I'm going to do, let's go to some music here. So let's get out of there. So now I'm going to actually have a listen to hear how these sound. So let's go back to YouTube Music. I have a little hip queued up. Let's go long time running. Turn up the volume. Gord's voice is pretty sharp, pretty clear. And again, like one of my favorite YouTubers, I promise not to sing, but I really won't sing. You don't want to hear that. Cymbals are nice and crisp. Snare on the drum is pretty good, pretty crisp. Mids seem nice, good separation. Yeah, I gotta say, pretty decent sounding headphones indeed. Now I've fast forwarded a bit just to get into the full instruments of the whole band. Yeah, really great separation and positioning. I can really hear the bass guitar clear, distinct, separate from, you know, the drummer and from the acoustic, or from the electric guitar. And again, the sound of Gord's voice is really sharp, really crisp. Very nice. Very nice. You know, for a headphone that runs at $130 Canadian, with a $20 reduction right now on Amazon.ca, these are pretty great sounding headphones. I'm going to just try, and I know I'm probably talking really loud, I apologize. Going to go into some 25 or 624. A little Chicago. Horns are Distinctive, good separation between the trumpet and the trombone. Yeah, great sound. Very impressive. Now I do want to actually go back to the app and just play with the custom EQ to see what I can do with the settings here. Get those mids and the bass up a little more. Yeah, very impressive. Yeah, I would say that they're in line with those link buds without question, you know, for a substantially lower price. So what do I like about them? Definitely really good separation between the instruments, but also placement of sound as well. I have a really good sort of separation of, you know, where the guitar is versus the bass versus the drums. Really sharp treble. The mids are nice. They're not muddy. They're not kind of like, you know, I find sometimes headphones feel like they're, the sound is coming from, you know, behind a piece of paper or something, like, you know, sort of muffled or something. And in this case, they're not at all. The bass is, I would say, decent. Is it excellent? No. It's probably maybe 7.5 out of 10. I did replace the tips of the earbuds just to get a tighter seal, which I find will always make a difference. And when I did that, there was a definite improvement over or on the bass response itself. Listen, I'm not a real technical guy, to be quite honest with you. My reviews aren't meant to be you know, blow you away with a bunch of specs and texts and all those kind of things. At the end of the day, the majority of the people that watch my videos want to know if a headphone sounds good, if it's a fair price for, you know, what you can buy it at, and is the sound, you know, decent. And in this case, I would say that these headphones are beyond decent. They're definitely better than good. I would say overall, I would probably give these headphones a 7.5 out of 10. You know, the fit is decent. Again, I'll know more after wearing them for a little while as far as how do they feel. Again, you know, they don't really wobble. They don't feel like they're going to fall out, which really is pretty important in my opinion. I do a lot of calls on my phone, work from my office on my telephone, and one thing that I noticed with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, for some reason on my left ear, that headphone will always shift and fall out, where I literally have to catch it as it's falling out. I don't feel like that's going to happen with these headphones at all. So certainly a lot more comfortable. But overall, when it comes to the sound, great sounding headphones. You know, again, for $130 minus a $20 coupon, it's a pretty tough headphone to beat, and I would definitely score it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm impressed with these headphones. Once again, I will have a link in the description below where you can get a 10% discount on those headphones, and I think you're going to be pleased. I am in a few weeks' time from now also looking forward to receiving a pair of Soundpeats Air 4s, which is going to be a newly updated. I think they come out on August 22nd, so look for that video as well. In the meantime, again, 7.5 out of 10, great audio, really good, comfortable fit, decent build, certainly a nice, sturdy case that I really like, and I would say that overall, these are really a great headphone. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoy the videos that I put out, I can't thank you enough again for taking the time to watch my videos. Please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button, the notification button, the thumbs up if you like the video, and please give me your comments. You know, if there's something that you'd like to see me do different. I am still learning, and every once in a while I get a comment that says, you know, do this differently, do that differently, and I always appreciate getting that feedback as well. If I can make my videos better for you, then that's great. Again, click like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon to get notification of my newest videos. And I just want to thank you again for taking the time to listen to these. Soundpeats Opera 5. Great headphones, great sound, reasonable price, can't beat it. Enjoy them, and thanks again for watching my video. Take care.